What up, everybody? Hey guys, so we're gonna have a bit of a double feature today. So we're gonna talk about the sealed games that we got from Ron. So like the sealed Nintendo games, what sold so far. A couple of them I sent off for grading. We'll go over the results, and then also how we sold the stuff from the Game Barn, which had a ton of stuff. We got some really cool things. We'll show strategy of how we sold a lot of it and how we're continuing to sell it right now. What's up, CATRP Crew? This is some crazy stuff right here, and we got to figure out what to do with it. So it's not every day that we get a find like this. Sealed games of this magnitude. It's mind-blowing. And our investment into it is pretty high initially, $6,000. Great deal. But now there's a lot that we kind of have to figure out and how to maximize, because that is a lot of money to have tied up in a small number of games. Very high quality. But we do have some massive ones here, and this is one of them, the Madden Football. This is the original. For sealed games collecting, this is a great long-term investment, short-term. It's got all the things, but condition is really bad. Dented box, creased, dented all over the place. That one's really sad and unfortunate. It's got stickers all over it. If that was like perfect or minty, it'd make a really big difference. Then you've got Ninja Gaiden. This one is rough. Again, concave box, lots of wear, like that stuff. I don't even know how you get that off. Stickers over it. A lot of issues there. Ninja Gaiden 2, kind of the same thing. Has some denting, some wear. So like that stuff obviously factored into the buying decision pretty heavily. Now what will end up being the best piece, if I had to guess, is this Ninja Gaiden, because this one is really nice. It does have some wear, but it's very clean. It has some scratches and stuff, but the box is in great condition. And then the Punisher is the other kind of bigger one.
I've never even seen this game, so what's this worth naturally?
It's maybe a $20 cartridge, maybe $100 complete. I'm not really sure, but okay. Sealed, I think if it does okay, like with grading, it could be in the 1,000 range. So
nice.
We've also got this Game Boy Color, which is one of the bigger pieces, and that is sealed as well. So then we've also got this entire box, Super Nintendo and NES sealed games. Pilot Wings, Home Alone 2, some stuff worth noting, but maybe not as high-end as some of this. So what I like to do when I get a collection like this in is to deal with the absolute top-end stuff first, try to recoup my investment as quickly as possible, and then we can kind of figure out the stuff like that. So what I'm looking at is dealing with these front 4, and then Ninja Gaiden 2. 5 games that I'm going to send to WATA. And I haven't said that in a while, and I actually, since the video came out and everything came out that was weird about WATA, I did business with them and with Heritage before any of that. And it went well, and then that video came out, and I was really uncertain about their future, about doing more business with them. So it's been a while, maybe 6 months, I don't even know.
You even pulled an order back.
Yeah, I had like a $4,000 order of a bunch of games, and I got them sent back to me after that, because what I was doing is I was going to hold off until things started to maybe work themselves out one way or the other. And WATA specifically has started making some good moves, though. They got bought out by Collectors Universe, which is the company that owns PSA. And they completely moved their entire operation to the headquarters down there, wherever, I can't remember where it is, for Collectors Universe. And they put out a note saying that they're going to, add a lot of new staff, add a lot of new people. So I'm hoping that some of the weeds will be pulled out. And the future looks bright, because they also came out with pop reports on NES stuff and plan on coming out with population reports on everything else. So it's good. They're not doing everything perfectly, but they're making steps in the right direction, and that's what I like to see. And there's still only 2 options, WATA and VGA. And WATA's service, their cases, everything that they do is by far better than VGA. VGA is just, they're from like 1997 with their forms and the printouts.
Their submission is exactly the same.
It's bad. It's really bad. So I've done business with them, and there's still some things that the only option is VGA, like grading consoles and DS games, and I'll go with them for those. But in this case, on high-end sealed games like this, WADA is still the best option, and I think it's where I can maximize as much as possible, and that's the goal. So I'm gonna send off probably the first 5. I also have a Conker's Bad Fur Day sealed for N64. Haven't even told anybody about that one. Got it in a trade for a PS5. That one has some, like, a lot of wear as well, so we'll see how that one probably might get like a 7.5 or lower is what I would guess. But I'm going to send that one as well. So we got 6 games to send off. I'll probably send them, 3 games at a time to keep the values down per box, and get insurance on those. And then we'll see what happens. I'm going to warp zone them, do the quickest possible speed that WADA offers. So it'll be like a couple $100, maybe up to $300.
So even more money to tie up.
Yeah, like, so we're talking $1,800 in grading fees, because I'm probably going to get heavy cleaning on all of them, because that can make a big difference if you get a grade that's 0.2 higher. So again, it's going to be about $8,000 tied up in these games, but I'm very excited for what will happen, when we get them back, and can kind of make decisions from there. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So then that leaves the question, what am I going to do with everything else? So you've got higher end, but not super high end, like Super Smash TV, like Killer Instinct, Double Dragon, stuff like that. That stuff I'll probably still send off for grading, but I'll do the cheaper service. That'll be about $100 a game. A couple games in here, like, maybe Pilot Wings, Kablooey, Home Alone 2. Some of the more notable games I might consider grading. But again, those will be gone for 6 months or more probably when I do that. And then the other ones I'll kind of have to decide, should I sell them raw, should I grade? I'll look at the market and kind of decide to see if that investment is worth it. But then you've got the PS3 games. And actually Sony right now is restricted on Amazon for selling new. So I can't sell them on Amazon. So I got to look at eBay, I'll look at like Whatnot, and kind of decide, what might be the best avenue there. I don't think any of those will be worth grading. But there's some decent stuff, like God of War, Jack and Daxter, stuff like that, Uncharted 2. And that one's Black Label, so you never know, but that's kind of my thought process, and just going to take it one step at a time. Well, looking at the grading fees, and it will be $165 if I were to do the long service of speedrun, and $290 for Warp Zone, plus $24 each for heavy cleaning, which I'll probably do on all of the highest end games. So just for 2 games, it'd be $660.
Ugh.
And
there's no putting that softly.
There's really not, and that doesn't even include like what might insurance and shipping and all that stuff that will come into play. So it is no small investment to do this, but in most cases for games like that, it will be worth it. So revision to that last clip, the value factors into the cost, which lovely. That's just how all these things work. PSA is the same way. So for Madden, with the guess, I'm just estimating the value to be about $1,500 after it's graded. So that one will cost $220. So that hurts a little less. It would be $95 for speedrun. So I might still look at a couple of the other games for this service if I can get them around that $220 mark.
Yeah, that's a lot nicer.
That hurts a little less.
Brings
so it'll be $244 total versus $330 total for the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll look at Ninja Gaiden 2 and probably not Punisher, but I think Ninja Gaiden 2 is worth it. Well, for those 3 games, it'll be over $1,000 all in with shipping charges, insurance, and everything. So about $350 a game on average. That's why you gotta get them for a decent price to start with. And Skylar, as I'm doing this little shipment for WADA, what are you working on?
So to give you guys an idea of how much work listing like super nice games takes, this bin, I think it's the last bin, but it might not even be the last bin of stuff from the $14,500 collection that we bought before Christmas time.
Oh yeah, months ago.
And like we're still just getting to the bottom of that. So it takes a lot of time to go through this. And this is clean stuff too.
Yeah,
stuff
nice
that doesn't,
stuff.
Like stuff that does not take a lot of cleaning or a lot of extra work to list. And it takes forever. So you can imagine how long it'll take with stuff that's a little bit dirty or a little worse condition.
No doubt about it. But check out our eBay store, because this stuff will probably be live by the time you see this video.
Yes.
And then hit us up. Where?
On eBay?
No,
What?
wrong answer.
What?
To get 15% off.
Oh, I thought you said and it's up. No.
Oh, then hit us
up
yes.
on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll give you 15% off. Patrons, you get 20.
Anything on the eBay store.
Yes.
All right, so update on the sealed games. I was able to trade this one, so I had a viewer reach out on Instagram, and we actually worked it out. So they're sending 12 Wii Sports for this sealed smart ball. They played it as a kid and wanted it, so we worked it out. Well, guys, I just secured a pretty big sale on some of the sealed games. So I sold Solstice, Solar Jetman, Cobra Triangle. This one was $400. Silent Service, and then the Punisher I sold for $1,000. The others were between like $130 and $150 each, for a total of $1,800. Shout out to Killscreen Games on Instagram for making the purchase. Okay, so the games have been graded. I don't have them in hand, but we do have access to the grades. So again, I shipped the 3 of them. It actually came to a little above $1,000 after shipping, insurance, everything. So it's quite the investment. And they didn't do great. I'm happy with the top one, the Ninja Gaiden. Got a 9.2A. So this was the really nice Ninja Gaiden. And then there was a second Ninja Gaiden, and that one got a 7.0 B+, which is rough. I don't think they were able to get off this sticker here, the markings of a sticker. It would have damaged the seal. And then Madden actually was initially a 5.5. You remember that?
Yeah.
And now it says 6.0A. So I guess removing the stickers must have changed the grade a little bit. I paid for heavy cleaning on every single one and sticker removal the day before they took down that service. So they don't actually remove stickers anymore, as far as I know right now. But some of you guys may not have even noticed Madden in the batch, but that was probably the biggest game if it would have been in better shape. In this condition, that hurts it a lot, and I knew it wouldn't do well because the box did have some wear, but 6.0 is pretty tough. If that one would have gotten a high grade, that would have been probably,
It would have been a home run, as they say in football terms.
Exactly. It would have been a touchdown. But yeah, those are the grades. We'll get them back soon.
Estimated value? Any idea?
Maybe like $3,000 to $5,000 on the best Ninja Gaiden. Maybe like $1,000 to $2,000 on the lower Ninja Gaiden, and about $1,500 on the Madden. That would be my guess.
So we weren't out money.
We're not out. I mean, we invested $1,000 into it, so that's definitely a factor. But still, should probably come close to making the money back. The original $6,000 on these 3 games, even after the additional $1,000 in investment. So I knew it was a good buy, but there was a lot of risk where you might get bad grades.
And it shows, yeah.
And this is it. Like, this is like, we're gonna make a little bit of money, but time and investment, and probably won't even double up. It is what it is. Hey guys, we're gonna do a behind the scenes look at how the heck I'm gonna sell all of this, how much time it'll take, and maybe some projected profits. Let's get into it. So the buy is always the fun part. It's the exciting part. And this buy was very fun and exciting. $3,520 spent. Great deal. That was 50% of the sold listings for the games, 60% for the accessories and higher end systems. So now we got to sell it. So obviously there's some strategy to how, we look at selling this kind of stuff. First thing that I typically like to do is get everything that can be sold on Amazon processed and out the door. We do have some of those types of items, so we're going to pick those out and then go from there. So the most obvious thing to start with are these cartridges. So 35 Zelda Ocarina of Times and 30 GoldenEyes. That's a lot, but those will be just clean up, get them sent off, and they're gone, and they're off to Amazon. After that, I'm going to look at some of the games. So a lot of the used games that are in complete condition that have decent ranks, like All Pro Football 2K8, those will go to Amazon. Probably Buffy the Vampire, Teen Titans, maybe some of the lower end sealed games like the Final Fantasy. This stuff, Resident Evil will probably go there. Probably Castlevania, Shadow the Hedgehog, Probably not the box games, but Attack on Titans will be a good one. Mario Sunshine, Simpsons, Lost Kingdoms. And then some of these cartridges will, but some probably won't because they won't be a good enough sales rank. So I'll pick out all of those items and kind of show you guys what gets sent off to Amazon and what gets held back for eBay. And then from that point, you know, what will get sold on Whatnot and other platforms. So here's the stack that I set aside for Amazon. Popular cartridge games, low-end sealed games. Gremlins is the only question mark that might end up going somewhere else. But, you know, more of the popular DS games, PS1, and then somewhat popular GameCube, PS4, back to GameCube, and Xbox 360. Pretty much all of these will get sent to Amazon, in addition to all of these cartridges. And then these 4 items I'm thinking for Whatnot because they're unique, they're cool. This Resident Evil controller is so awesome, and I think that'll stand out in a Whatnot auction. This sealed Mickey Speedway, just a good one to show close on camera because it does have a little bit of a slit. So buyers will be able to get a really good look into that one before bidding. And then the Steelbook Splinter Cell. That's like really uncommon and stands out. It's on GameCube. And then a sealed Greatest Hits Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Decent condition, and I think that one would be a fun one to have in an auction just to get some good sealed pieces added to the auction. And quick tip, accessories, especially new like this, do really well on Amazon, even compared to eBay. So this is something I always target. So target these at video game stores, just really anywhere. A lot of times they're going to be underpriced relative to what you can get on Amazon. We do have an accessories list in the Discord. It gets updated and the link gets changed every single month. So if you're involved in the Discord, you will get access to the accessories list. It definitely helps. All right, guys, so I went through, cleaned up the Zelda Ocarina of Times. 23 of them were in very good condition, and then 12 were what I would consider acceptable condition. So I'll probably about break even on these 12, but should at least double up on these 23. So that was a decent hit rate. It was kind of part of the deal that I would just take them randomly and not kind of cherry pick for condition. Same for GoldenEye, and I think the hit rate on GoldenEye, there's 30 of them. I think that might be a little bit worse. But I did get everything else packed, so that entire stack I had, except for one All-Pro Football that needs to be resurfaced, is listed and inserted into Accelerlist. So the buy cost was about $432, and the projected profit is $945. That will more realistically come in that $700 range. Just price things high to start and then kind of gradually decline as we go. But a nice first batch. Hey guys, it's the next morning, and I wanted to show how we divided up the rest of the items from that purchase. So you can see the table is cleared off of everything from yesterday. And this is what I did with all the eBay stuff. So this was the most obvious eBay items. So you've got all of this stuff, some of the sealed, and then all of the complete retro games, and then the cartridge games that have like a bad sales rank, so those can't really be sold on Amazon. That's what's going to go on eBay, and I'm actually going to list that stuff right now. I was able to get through those 23 very good Zeldas, got that shipment sent off. Today I'm going to go through these GoldenEyes, find out which ones are very good, get those sent off first priority, and hopefully get most of this stuff listed on eBay, and we should be good to go. So I ended up selling a good bit of that stuff on Whatnot last night, and I'll show you guys what sold. So the Mickey sealed had the damage. I was able to show that off really well in Whatnot, and that sold for like $180. That one kind of surprised me. Mike Piazza I was able to sell directly through PayPal for $250, and that was also a big surprise. And then Mortal Kombat sealed, its greatest hits, it went for $100. I think this one went for around 30. It has the damaged seal. And then Ocarina maybe 28, GoldenEye maybe 25. So pretty much broke even on those based on what I bought them for. Maybe make a couple bucks. This No Mercy went for like 82, which was decent. Resident Evil Code Veronica, I didn't realize it at the time, but the cover art is split in half. That went to Hunting with Tripler. If you haven't seen him, check out his channel. He's great and severely underrated. So go over there, subscribe, tell him I sent you. But that went for $128. the Resident Evil Steelbook. I think that went for around 30. I mean, not Resident Evil, it's Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory. And I think that was everything from the game store that sold. And not a bad little way to get things moved immediately. And I think everything was at least somewhat profitable. And some things were really profitable.
Well, here we are packing up some stuff.
Always packing.
So what happened with the chainsaw controller?
Well, the new one that had the baggie around it sold for $380 plus shipping. So that kind of got a bit of a premium because I think it's straight up because the bag was still around it, which is kind of rare to find. So that was pretty awesome. We still have a lot of stuff to sell, a lot of stuff to do. We've actually been back to the pole barn twice. So we've been 3 total times. And we got another trip planned this week. So stay tuned on the main channel because...
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, don't tell. That's exclusive for you guys. It's been crazy. We've spent more each time and plan on spending even more the next time. The stuff there is amazing. It's going to be crazy. So thank you guys for making it all the way to the end. You are the true 1%. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time.